Like
Okay.
currently where you are?
I'm in Chennai.
So my first question would be how your filmmaking journey started, how you got interested in films.
Okay. So it might be a very long answer.
No, go for it. No issue.
Cool. So actually, myself, I have being in a southwest part of Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore. So we don't have any background in cinema. My friends are also my family friends are not into cinema anymore. So I watched many Tamil films earlier, but I have very less interest in uh, watching that films. Not very special to me. I
Commercial films.
yeah, very commercial films only I have get to know, and I have very less interest in watching Rajinikanth films and also many big star films. So after that, I have a interest in film songs. I have a special interest in songs. In that way back 2005-6, I'm a big fan of music director Ivan Shankar Raja. So he was doing many films. He done music, and it is all very new age films that time. So I started watching his musical films. Like in that way, I have gone into many introduced to many alternative kind of cinemas in Tamil movie scene. So I started following that filmmakers like Katral Tamil Ram and Maunam Peside, Amir. So from that films, I have get into it doesn't have a proper protagonist. It doesn't have a big scene setup. It doesn't
Need big
require
stars.
yeah, it doesn't require a proper three-act structured screenplay like that. So it is a very melodramatical film which dealt with the socio-political problems happening in Tamil Nadu. So from that only I started watching films, and I just wanted to write that kind of a stories. I have an interest in that kind of stories. So so when I said to my parents I want to do films, so obviously they were like,
No, no.
no, you can't do that. You should do computer science kind of that. So they were like that only. So I don't have any background in film also, no. So I wanted to study cinema properly in a way to the institute. So I searched for, many institutes in Chennai, and fortunately I found a institute which having a very less fee structure, you know. So like that I have joined in.
Which can you name that institute?
Yeah, it is a Chennai Film Institute. So it is a private institute which have a 1 year syllabus only. So I joined to that institute, and from there only my I have opened up to world cinemas kind of that. So from the first day itself, I so they will take a class about the camera, no. So the film rolls and how the film rolls are edited in the Moviala machine. So it was very interesting to me on the first this thing. The first few weeks, I was spellbound about the history of cinema, and who are all the film dadas make many films, and yeah, that
All the George Miles, all the brothers.
yes, George Milles, and yeah, it was like okay. I had a I'm introducing to that kind of history to the cinema. So okay, I was like watching all the films and going to the movie clubs and watching the contemporary films also. So on that time, I got introduced to Iran cinemas. My first world cinema I have watched in my life is Children of Heaven. So that film totally changed me. I was not speaking to anyone for a week or kind of that. So I was speechless. Yeah. So it was like very shock to me, with the small characters, with no protagonist, not a big characters. Only small childrens. They are playing a very political this thing, and with that we can show the world, the world setting with the kids. So it was outstanding to me. At that age I was moved out by the film. So then I started tripping onto the Iran movie world, like after like Majidi, then I started watching Abbas Kiarostami's film. So that give me another impact on cinema, how the cinema is speaking in a universal language that everyone can connect and tell their stories around the world. Yeah, it was Abbas Kiarostami's films changed me the perception about how the films are made. So before that, I was like doing cinema in India. It is like we have to do a proper set, or we have to invest many actors in it so that we can get the money back. Like that, there were many this thing checklists were there. So in that way only you can make a film. But by watching Abbas Kiarostami's film, it is like a film doesn't need any technical qualities or any star, any fashion gimmicks, nothing like it. So if you are having a camera, you can shoot it, and you can edit it, and you can publish it to the people. So it is that process and the way they approaching is I got inspired from that way of filmmaking, and I started watching more and more minimalistic films around Iran and also in all over the world. So yeah, that in that way I started my film career. So I was like practicing my cinema, like so I didn't followed any screenplay structures, anything like that. So I have a very small camera, and I start shooting on the streets, and I will edit on the day. So I'll check with myself, so what is the output is like. I'll check the output, and slowly I practiced my way of storytelling, and yeah, I'm just still practicing
This
it.
during your film school or after your film school?
After my film school only. In the film school I was like watching and reading about the cinema. So after that I volunteered one Tamil film movement called Tamil Studio. So I was volunteering there. So that is a parallel cinema movement. So from that I was writing some articles in that online magazines. So I was like working in that moment. Then I started working for a TV channel as a news reporter. So that job opened me up in a different way. Like I was traveling all over Tamil Nadu, all the 28 districts. So in every district it has a different culture and different slang, different people altogether. So it inspired me, like we have to do many stories within the culture, and it has to be very rooted so that only we can narrate to the global audience. So I was manifesting that kind of thing in while working at a news channel. Then actually my school senior was a independent filmmaker whose name is Mr. Arun Karthik. So he
You have
made,
assisted also
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. I have he made Shiva Puranam and Nasir. So I have assisted in Nasir. So it was also a true story adaptation kind of a film. So we shot in our hometown only. So we know all the places. So we know all the things to shot, kind of that. So I was assisting in that movie. After assisting, I was doing my own films, like small documentaries, and started filming like that.
You were
So
writing at that time.
yeah,
You
I
were.
was writing. Yeah, I was writing to my feature, to my short films. The kind of works were going on, and yeah, after that, I started shooting myself with a camera. I hired a camera. go for shooting with small actors. I'll check with them. I'll practice with them. So from that only I'm practicing cinema right now. Yeah.
I want to ask, what is the difference between documentary filmmaking and
Mm.
fiction filmmaking in terms?
Yeah, documentary and fiction. Yeah, documentary is kind of a realistic way of portraying the subject, and fiction is kind of totally you are setting the world, you are setting the characters, kind of that. So documentary is like touching the real stories with a camera. So and fiction is kind of you can you should depend on all the crew, you should depend on the timing, you should set up the scene, kind of that. So documentaries you can documentary like the story chooses you as a medium, and you can go into that story, and you should always be thinking to how the narration will be like. You are also editing when you are shooting it, but in fiction you all like you should write all the scenes and sequence, and you go for the shooting. So
Like in fiction, we have already written everything, but in documentary, like you go with the subject, you go with.
yes, yes, we have to focus on the subject. It might lead to anything. Like you will be surprised while shooting. So that is an interesting part in documentary.
You always wanted to be a documentary filmmaker, or
It's a tough question, but yeah, but I want to be a fictional filmmaker only because I have stories to tell to my people. So I want to be a fictional director only, but still when I'm practicing, so it is kind of easy way to shoot the documentary.
make your own
Yeah,
films,
yeah. So I chosen that way. Maybe my fictional films also will be like more to documentary only.
realistic, more realistic.
Yeah, more realistic way.
You said Bhaskar Istami had a great influence on you. So, what are the films like favorite films there?
Yeah, I first watched Windmill Carriers and My Friend's Home. Where is My Friend's Home? And Life Goes On. These films were like very inspired me in many ways. And yeah, that there are that are the film.
Like any documentary filmmakers that you want to recommend?
Yes, definitely. So after joining the film institute, I was watching all these films. So it was a one documentary film festival happened at Chennai. So I went there. I have no idea about documentaries. So I first watched Anand Patwardhan's Father Son and the Holy War, and Ram Ke Naam. That two films were I
Have you
watched.
met him?
No, no, and he was not at the festival, but it was a retrospective kind of festival. Like his films were screened at that time. So yeah, that films were shaped me. Like I have a different idea about documentary then. So after watching his films, so it provoked me into a different zone. Like we
Into
can
like
also,
more political film.
yeah, more political in terms of like you can tell your story strongly with a single camera with no one around you, no problem.
Interfering your
Yeah,
creative.
interfering my creativity. Yes, exactly, like that. It was
Any international documentary filmmakers?
not so international documentaries I have watched. um, no, not particularly I have watched. I watched a film on Abascal, so it was.
Close Up. Have you seen Close Up?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, Close Up is also my favorite. So it also have the docudrama kind of thing, no? So yeah.
What are your thoughts on your current Indian generation documentary filmmakers like
Mm.
Shashank Singh, whose film got nominated for Oscars?
Yeah, Shashank Chan's after that breathes, no?
All that breeds.
Yeah, all that breathes. Yes, I watched that film in that. like that cinematographer is also worked in Nasir. One of the cinematographers also worked in Nasir, and that film is I also have the very good impact on like that. Yeah, it was a very amazing documentary I have watched recently, and it should yeah that kind of a films has to come, many films has to come like that. I really enjoyed that film actually.
What are your favorite films, like uh,
Mm.
other than documentary fiction, like all of your favorite films?
Favorite kind of uh, what you call, what we say, what kind of favorite, but like
Like from, let's say right now we'll say India, then we'll talk about international. First in
uh,
India.
first in India, my favorite filmmakers were in Tamil. There is one filmmaker called Manigandan. His movies were Kaka Muttai and Kadasi Vivasayi. So that films were my favorite. And also Vetrimaran's Visaranai, Vadachennai were my favorite.
Vetrimaran is a like huge filmmaker, is really
Yes,
good.
yes. He's more political in his films, and so his films were very rooted. Talks about the lives of people, uh, common people problems. Yeah.
Other than South India, in Bollywood, like in which
Yeah, in I watched Titi. Titi is also a favorite movie for me. It has that grounded thing. Total film was happening in a small village, and it has that own character in it. So Titi is my favorite, and from Bollywood, I can say Anurag Kashyap's Gangsha Pashipur. Uh, so it was my favorite, and mm, other than that, yeah, like that.
have
Yeah.
you seen Masan?
Yeah, I have seen Masan. Masan is also a very good film. I have watched in theater. Yeah, it was a good film. I like the film. Yes.
How the idea for changing landscape came in your mind,
Mm.
and what was the experience while shooting it?
Yeah, changing landscape happened like I have a friend in that village who is an organic farmer. So he was I often visit that farm to spend writing there, to spend some days there. He have a farm, and I used to go and write there. So when I working on my feature, so he was like telling the problems around the village, like there is all like there are many mining activities happening in our village, surrounded by that village. So if you are a filmmaker, you can do something about it, no? So you try shooting it. So he's just suggested me. So I was like visiting that all the mining places the next day. So it is like I was motorcycling that day. I spent a lot of riding on that surrounded villages. It is near to that Vedandangal bird sanctuary only. So I went to the sanctuary and came back. On the way back, my all the dress was filled with dust, and only only my helmet covered place is not dusted. That kind of dust I have experienced. It was like a problem. There are more schools near to it. There were many public transport were there, and there is a lot of water bodies around it. So I thought of making it as a documentary. Like I wanted to reflect that scenario to the people only. So I started inquiring the people. I started investigating kind of what is happening here, kind of questions to random questions to that villagers. So it shocked me, like they have no idea about how the place is going to be in the future. So they all know about the mining activities. They all know the blast thing and the accident things, all the things where they were aware about, but still they are like not aware about the near future. Like in 10 years, their field also will be the quarry places, so they were like, not the youngsters also have no awareness about how the place is going to be in next 5 or 10 years. So I thought of, I was shocked at that time, and I thought of, wanted to make a documentary, and we have to screen it to the people. So that was the idea before the film. So slowly, gradually, I have shooting some random villages, and I found a character in it. So in that character, I travel to the mine fields, and also what is the real problem around it. I constructed a film after that only. So it is a daily process. Like I'll go and shoot and come. I'll check all the rushes like that. It developed like that only.
How many days it took to shoot the film?
Like we were shooting it for every
Only
month,
shooting part.
only shooting part only, no. Every month we'll go for 5 6 days, like that. We shot it for 8 months, and 3 months of editing. Mm. Nearly 1 year.
Almost 1 year.
Yes, yes.
Okay. It
Mm.
got premiered at IFL. So
Yes.
how was the experience like for a filmmaker to see his film at a
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It is a very good experience for me. Personally, like on like before after joining the film institute, I visited IFI Goa at 2014. At that time, I was exposing to myself like this festivals, and the filmmakers are all gathering one place and watching films. It all 10 days I was watching films only, like 4 films a day, 5 films a day. Crazy movie, like maniac kind of a thing I was doing. So after that I never visited Goa, and I have I will go to Kerala Film Festival and Bangalore Film Festival, like that, Chennai also. So yeah, but Goa I didn't visit after that. So when we applied, I don't know how it is going to be. I don't know the results, but after the results came, I felt very happy that after 9 years I am visiting that place with a film. So it is a, as a guest I'm going, no. So it gave me a very good feeling as a filmmaker. On before 9 year only, me and my friends were talking, when your film going to be in UP. So I told them like, I'll be presenting my film in 10 years. So that kind of thing we were talking. Unfortunately, after 9 years, my documentary got selected there. And yeah, it was a very privileged experience there. Yeah.
any filmmaker or any celebrity you met there, like
Yeah.
he really impressed by your film and appreciated you?
Yeah, we met Nuri Bilge Ceylan. He uh, uh, he he premiered his film about dry grasses. So we watched that film, and he was near to our place only, our hotel only. He was staying in our hotel only. So on the breakfast, we were like, my editor is also a huge fan of Nuri Bilge Ceylan. So and other my editor's friend also came to meet Nuri Bilge Ceylan. So everyone met him, and yeah, we met and have this thing. Yeah,
That's a huge thing, meeting during
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, it is not in any OTT platform right now.
Yes, about dry gases. No, not my film.
No, like changing the let's say.
No, it is not in any OTT. I was
Why is
speaking.
that?
I was speaking to some channels, but I didn't get any proper this thing. So I was waiting to publish it to the people, but I'm not speaking any. That is not happening. Like documentaries, for documentaries, the people, there is no such avenues here to reach people. So in Netflix they have a different criteria, and other OTTs doesn't have a category for documentaries. So it is
So
quite
it's
tough.
really hard for a new filmmaker to like.
Yeah, definitely. And also like in this case the changing landscape is completely a issue based film. And
Political film.
yeah, and it is a like we don't care about the camera, we don't care about sound. We just had proper camera and sound only, but still we don't have that criteria of Netflix kind of that. Doesn't shot in Sony FX6 kind of that. We shot in Panasonic GH4.
Do
And
these platform have criteria like you have to short ratio?
yes, yes, definitely. Yeah, Netflix has a guidelines like their basic camera. Their standard is like at least the film is shot in FX3. Then only they will select the film, and also they have some aspect ratio. It should be 16:9 only, and uh, properly color corrected, like that they have some standards. Of course we need to do that standards, but film like changing landscape and we shot in a different scenario. It is not a monetizing kind of project. So we shot it for the people, and people, I screened it to the people. They were enjoyed the film, and I hope they got some awareness about the film, awareness about the place. In that way the film made his this thing. But to reach more people, I was also searching for that avenues. Like I didn't get any avenue to screen it or publish it, like that. Yeah.
So what are your plans for any future project?
Yeah, right now I have done short film, so it is also near to my place. I have shot it. It is also almost done. I'm writing it as a I'm extending it as a feature. So mostly I'm going to pitch it to the producers this year. So I hope this year I will make my first debut feature.
Any advice for young filmmakers?
Young filmmakers. Yeah, like I'm also young, so I got so much
Like you have
advice.
made a feature film.
Yeah.
That's
But one thing is, we have many, as a debut director or debut cinematographer, we have many problems to start our first project. So it has to be like a filmmaker. Like I myself, like I was want to do a film with a proper technical crew. I wanted to do films in some red Komodo, red this thing. At least that level I have to shoot that. Then only I can pitch it to some producers or make it to festivals. I have some these things in my mind, but still we can't get that budget. But we will be lacked in that time, and at a point we will be confused whether to go to that script, or we can do other script. In that way it will be like going to the other script, not like this. It is not advisable to shoot it right now, so we can do a small budget film. Then small budget film also not will not happen with other criteria. There's a permission issues will be there. So all the things will be leading to a confused state, and you will be more and more restless. So my advice is like if you have a basic line, basic idea about a feature or short film, if you have a camera or a very basic sound recorder, you should hire them and ask your friends to help you. And you just go and shoot it first of all. No matter the standards, the qualities, you should be shooting it. By shooting it only you can get to know a lot of possibilities to achieve the standard of that film. Like in a way you can make a film in that camera only with rich technical aspects. So by regularly practicing it only leads to this kind of a zone. Like you should practice every day. Like myself, I have a small camera with me, and I will go photo walk every morning, and I shoot some pictures, and also I shoot some videos. I'll dump it in the computer. Sometimes I feel like edit it and post it in YouTube, so sometimes I won't. But this kind of a practice, no, that will be useful to your short film. Like you can, okay, we can narrate it this way, we can put the shots this way, it will work. So that kind of things will be developed on yourself. while practicing it. So yeah, one should practice cinema every day. That one, then only they can make some outputs about it. Like it's all about like that only. So we don't know the festival or any people will select the film, or any people will after that you send it. They won't know. They will select or no. We don't know. No. So we should be trying it. Like first of all, we should be open to ourselves. Like we should shoot something, and without any double thoughts, second thoughts, we have to edit it and we have to apply it. Then or we have to pitch it to producers, no matter they how they think, what they think. In that way only you can learn and also you can progress, I think.
Thank you so much, Praveen, for joining me. It was lovely talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you also, Akash.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you, bye.